Good evening. Welcome to ORP TV News, coming to you live on this Sunday, July 7th. We're coming to you from the JK Auto Repair Studio. Of course, JK Auto Repair is a full-service car care provider located in Ozark, Missouri. Make sure you get down and check out my buddies, John King, Zach Jones. They will take great care of your car, get you ready for any road trips or just getting to work. You got to take care of your car. Got to make sure your missus gets where she's going, the kids. Man, I put full trust in JK's Auto Repair. 417-581-2004 in Ozark, Missouri. This is the Twister Alley Raceway weekend wrap-up. Twister Alley Raceway, the #1 kart racing track in America. I know this for a fact. Well, I'm going to say it anyway, and I have a microphone and a camera, so it's got to be true. Twister Alley Raceway in Butterfield, Missouri, just south of Monette. If you have not been there, this has got to be on your bucket list. Fantastic track and fans and staff. Our sponsors, JK's Auto Repair, Twister Alley Raceway, Jeff Johnson 1 at umortgage.com. If you're moving, you better call SGF Jeff. South Fork Ranch and Spirits, Hannah O. Roush, Realtor Broker at Home Sweet Home Realty and Associates, Down to Earth Lawn and Landscaping, the Missouri Motocross Hall of Fame, and the Titans at 10-5 Series. If you're going to be doing any moving, if you're thinking about moving, first thing you got to do is find out what you can get approved for. Get a hold of Jeff Johnson at UMortgage. You can start a loan right from your phone. You moving, you better call SGF Jeff. Well, I hope you've had a safe, enjoyable 4th of July weekend. If you got out, if you shot off a bunch of fireworks, I hope you did it safe. I hope you did it responsibly. And I hope you cleaned up your mess. I saw some messes out here in our street. Some of the neighbor folks had a big fireworks show. Saw somebody post something that apparently his neighbors had taken advantage of the buy one, get 52,000 free sale. It was kind of like that around here. So clean up your mess, for gosh sakes. Hope you had a great 4th of July. Set your alarm. If you had a couple days off 4th of July, don't forget to set your alarm because you're going to be late for work. And then you'll say, why didn't I listen to Stag? NASCAR Cup Series from Chicago. The race got started late, and now it's in a rain delay. And I'm with Christopher Bell. I heard him ask, are we racing in the rain or are we not? They've got rain tires, but they're not racing in the rain. It's kind of back and forth. So they seem to be on a rain delay. Unfortunately for Shane Van Gisbergen, he was 2 for 2 going into this race today. Won last year the Cup Series race. Won yesterday the Xfinity Series race and looked like he would be ready to win this one today, but he got taken out early. Chase Briscoe and him got together. He is out. This race is, last I saw, on hold, so we will have the results for that later on this evening. Ozark Raceway Park. Let's get started with some drag racing this weekend. Saturday night, the IHRA Ironman Classic, your top class winner, Isaac Hill. Shane Reese takes the modified. He's your mod winner. Sportsman winner, Terry Phelps. Motorcycle winner, Jeff Ridenauer. And the junior dragster winner, Mason Acosta. Congratulations to all of them down at Ozark Raceway Park. My buddy Craven Moore sending that over to me. And man, that talk about top notch. Ozark Raceway Park with the new surface done by Mass Traction. Lucas Oil Speedway had racing on Thursday night, 4th of July racing. We're going to start there. USRA B-Mod John Sheets on Thursday night. POWRi late model Justin Wells. And USRA Modified Matt Johnson takes the win. Friday night Speedway, $2 Pistol Motor Speedway in Plummerville, Arkansas. Your IMCA Mod Light winner, Blake Wilson. The factory stock had a 6-lap dash. Man, talk about they're racing like you're on fire. Shane Gibbons takes the win in a 6-lap dash for cash. How about that? Tulsa Speedway, Friday night. Champ 305 Sprints, Blake Edwards. William Gold in the USRA Modified. USRA B-Mod, Colby Atherton. Jim Kuhn in the factory stock. And Connor Brownlee takes the win in the USRA Tuner class. Salina Speedway in Salina, Kansas, Friday night. IMCA classes across the board. Sport Compact, Kaylee Richards, good job young lady, taking the win. Dylan Richards takes the hobby stock. Northern Sports Mod, Tyler Fry. Justin Kindernecht in the stock car, and Brett Berry takes the modified class. New North Central Arkansas Speedway in Yellville, Arkansas, Friday night. Cash Burleson, that is a great stock car name. Cash Burleson takes the win in the Hornets. Chuck Russell in the Hobby Stock. A-Mod, Jacob Davison. Heath Davenport with the win in the Economy Late Model. Midwest Mod out of Sparta, Missouri, Steve Muhlenberg. But what is of note here, I think he's 13 years old. Eli Muhlenberg was a podium finisher, as they say, taking a third place in the Midwest Mod class. The boy he's not even close to having a real driver's license yet, and he finished third in that class. Way to go, Eli Muhlenberg. POWRi Superstock Kyle Cotter and Pure Stock Chris Tuck. Lebanon Midway Speedway, Lebanon, Missouri, Friday night. POWRi classes, Midwest Mod. Trent Wynn takes the win. Peyton McDowell in the Pure Stock. Checkers for Tim Brown in the Super Stock. And your B-Mod winner was Chris Jackson. Lakeside Speedway, Kansas City, Kansas, Friday night. Pure Stock winner Ed Knoll. E-Mod Zach Boyd. Shadron Turner with another win in the USRA B-Mod. And USRA Stock Car winner Jalen Wettingle. Humboldt Speedway Friday night. USRA B-Mod Tyler Kidwell. Jimmy Davis in the Midwest Mod. Factory stock win for Dallas Joyce. Houston Johnson in the ARMI USRA Modified in the Mini Stock Tuner class. Dylan Box with the win. Electric City Speedway. Don't forget, go over and check them out. They've got a new racing show. I believe it's called Talking Dirt. You want to check that out. They gave us a shout out, so we're going to return the favor. I'm going to say make sure you check them out on the Electric City page. This is the location of our SGF Jeff biggest mover of the weekend. You moving, you better call SGF Jeff 417-839-8326. You can start a loan right from your phone. The biggest winning move of the weekend. POWRi B-Mod class started off in the number 16 spot, moves up 15 places. Andy Bryant with a win. Huge. He passed everybody just about. 15 spots, he moves up, takes the win. There was a lot of passing going on this. Scotty Ball moves up 9 places to 4th. Michael Taylor the 3rd, a dozen places to the 3rd. And Randy Zimmerman moves up 6 places to 2nd. So a lot of passing, but 15 spots for Andy Bryant to take the win. POWRi Superstock Gary Clark. POWRi Midwest Mod Dustin Dennison. Andy Bryant in that B-Mod. Pure Stock Jimmy Smith. Dirt Late Model went to Matt Johnson. And Vintage Full Body Jack Simmons. Callaway Raceway, Friday night, POWRi classes, Midwest Mod, Ben Newell. Congratulations, Ben. He's a Ozarks Area Racers Foundation Hall of Famer. Darren Porter in the POWRi Pure Stock. Ted Welshmeyer in the Super Stock. B-Mod winner, Dawson David. And Tucker Cox takes the checkers in the POWRi Late Model. Lake Ozark Speedway, Friday night. POWRi 410 Outlaw Sprint Series. 410 Outlaw Sprint winner, Hunter Schurenberg. POWRi Midgets was Thomas Mercerall. And Braden Cromwell is your POWRi War non-wing winner. Then they come back Saturday night. Outlaw Sprint, Hunter Schurenberg takes the win. POWRi Midget, Tom Messerall. Xavier Doney in the War non-wing sprint. And the POWRi Late Model went to David Melloway. So moving on in, that transitioned us over into Saturday night racing. Central Missouri Speedway, Warrensburg, Saturday night. POWRi Midwest Mod Logan Roark. Pure Stock Larry Drake. Mark Carter takes the POWRi Super Stock. And Shadron Turner, second win of the weekend, he takes the POWRi B-Mod. Federated Auto Parts Raceway I-55, Peevely, Missouri. Dirt car classes, almost every single one of them. Aaron Merritt takes the late model. Mr. Kenny Wallace, Mr. Excitement, takes the UMP modified class win. He was out running around celebrating with the people. He's a good racer and a great, great friend to all the fans. Just wind him up and let him go. He will entertain you, I guarantee it. Matthew Elder takes the Pro Mod class. Josh Hawkins in the AARA Sportsman. AARA Pro 4, Josh Hawkins, his second win, 2 in one night. And Kid Mods, Keaton Lyons. I-35 Speedway, Winston, Missouri, ton of classes. Houston Johnson with his second win of the weekend in the modified. B-Mod winner Tyler Cadwalder. Doug Keller in the USRA stock car. Tyler Starmer in the pure stock. Casey Burnett takes the E-Mod. Sport Compact goes to Alvin Cooney. Ken Billings in the Midwest Lightning Sprints. MWRA non-wing sprint win for Kobe Simpson. And Junior Sport Compact was Grant Sheets. Now moving over to Nevada Speedway, I saw somebody was already asking about it, and if you did see right before we went to air, we shared this video, so I'm going to show it now, tell you a little bit about it. I did not know this happened, just going by the results, but boy, was there some activity last night at Nevada Speedway. In the Melling Performance Pure Stocks, in the end, your winner was Justin Pike, who started from the pole. Chris Diamond, Tyler Lehman, James Barker, and Lance Coulter round out your top 5. Here's where things get interesting. DNF, Richie Stanfield. Norman Mackley, we'll be showing you him in just a second, in number 23 DNF, did not start for Brian Connor, but the DQ for Sean Hendren out in Nevada, Missouri. Now I'm going to show you this video. This is coming around here in the feature. You'll see here pretty clear where the activity is right up in here. This is the number M64, I believe it is. The number 23 of Mackley. Now when they come back around, they're under caution right here. Here comes Mackley back around. They're going to try to single file up for the restart. And Hendren decides he's going to turn the tables, and it's going to become a demolition derby. Hard hit into the passenger side. Totally took out this car. Now you'll see one of the other racers come running up here from the outside. Hendren's going to get out of his car. Mackley stays inside his. Here comes from the pits. Kind of reminiscent of some pro wrestling when you get the wrestlers coming running out of the locker room. This fella here is trying to head him off with not a lot of success. Swinging back around here, get a little pushing and shoving going on. That's about the extent of it, of what we have there. Now, I did see rumors of what had happened during this, the aftermath. I have reached out to Jerry Davis from Nevada Speedway to get confirmation. I'd rather have confirmation before I go reporting that as fact. I have heard there was suspensions and more. We'll know more about that hopefully as soon as Jerry Davis gets back with us and we get some confirmation on it. That video was given to us by Mitch Coulter. So Mitch, I don't know where he got it, but he had it on his page, and I asked him permission if we could show it, and he said yes. So thank you for letting us have that video. So some fireworks last night in the spirit of 4th of July at Nevada Speedway. Your winners: vintage class Jack Simmons, Justin Pike took that pure stock. Dirt late model Matt Johnson, mini stock John Willard, Scotty Baugh in the B mod, and your Midwest mod winner Mitch Coulter. Springfield Raceway, Springfield, Missouri, last night Power I classes. Your Midwest mod B class winner Cody Arnett. Carlo Lampe takes the pure stock. Trent Wynn, his second win of the weekend in the Midwest mod A class. Derek Watson in the B mod. Power I front wheel drive Michael McKnight with the win, and Legends Jay Reynolds. Tri-State Speedway in Pecola, Oklahoma changed up their logo here recently, and we've got that updated here as well. Tri-State Speedway in Pecola. Last night, USRA classes factory stock Dylan Reynolds with the win. Another one of these great race car names, Scooter Scruggs. If that doesn't sound like a great racing name, I don't know what does. Scooter Scruggs with the win in the stock car. Andy Milliken in the B mod. USRA modified Tyler Wolf, I believe that was his second win. How about this? Another lady with a win, Tamara Morris in the USRA tuner class. Good job, Tamara. Pro Motocross yesterday. This was a big race at Red Bud, and Earlier in the week, we reported that Jet Lawrence, who had suffered a shoulder injury earlier in the year, had also sustained a thumb injury in practice. They decided just to clean it all up. They've shut him down for the year. He was tied for second in points with Chase Sexton. This left Hunter Lawrence in the points lead, 3 points out ahead of Chase Sexton. So now the battle's down to those two. Chase Sexton goes 1-1, takes the win at Redbud. I believe this was his first ever win there, so a big win for him. Aaron Plessinger goes 4-2 for a second. Hunter Lawrence a second and a fourth is your final podium winner. Jason Anderson, Justin Cooper, Malcolm Stewart, Marchbanks, Kyle Webster is another rookie. He actually had the whole shot in that second moto, a rookie out of Australia. Harry Cullis, I don't even know where that flag is. Somebody a lot smarter than me can tell me what that flag is. I'm not familiar with that one at all. Over in the 250 class, looked like in the beginning that this was going to be another week of Hayden Deegan, Danger Boy, taking the win, but it was not. Chance Hymas goes 4-1, takes a fourth place in the first moto, a win in the second moto. Ty Masterpool is the only guy who's beat Deegan this year outside, took a 1-5 for a second. Joe Shimoda third. Tom Vialli, Hayden Deegan second in the first moto, went down pretty hard, had a stalled bike and then a big crash in the second moto, ended up sixth, but Chance Hymas jumped on a red flag. Sometimes you have, this is the equivalent of in NASCAR, they don't do a caution, so to speak. If they have a red flag, you can't jump that section. You have to stay on the ground and roll the jumps for safety. He jumped. They docked him 5 championship points, not positions at the race. And because of that, no one gained on him. So worst case scenario, first time this year that Hayden Deegan finished off the podium, and he still maintained a 42-point lead in the championship. Yesterday, as we alluded to earlier, the NASCAR Xfinity Series in the streets of Chicago. They held off all the shootings and the crime just long enough to get this race in. Shane Van Gisbergen took the win yesterday and looked phenomenal. Really set the stage for today. I saw a lot of people upset about how much credit he's getting and publicity, but when you go 2 for 2 your first 2 times at Chicago Street Race, it's kind of warranted. I'll tell you who looked really good yesterday and so far today is Ty Gibbs. Took the early lead today but was second. Kyle Larson had the pole today, dropped back a little bit but finished third. So looking for another 1, 2, 3 out of those 3 guys today, but with Van Gisbergen out, not going to happen. F1 this morning, F1 series from Great Britain. This was the 9th time that Lewis Hamilton has won that, a home win. He is from Britain. This is a big win for him. Lewis Hamilton takes the win. Max Verstappen, Summer Aziz's least favorite IndyCar driver. Max Verstappen is second. And Lando Norris, not Lando Calrissian, Lando Norris is third. That's about the only names I know on there. NTT IndyCar Series was on this afternoon. And Pato O'Ward takes the win from Mid-Ohio. Second was Alex Palou. Scott McLaughlin third. Colton Huerta, Marcus Ericsson, Alexander Rossi. Some other people, I don't know them either. Christian Pato O'Ward, I know that name. That's why I'm trying to get Austin Aziz to handle this part of it. He understands this open wheel racing, not me so much. A little bit of news from the NHRA, Mission Foods NHRA. John Force had a health update about John Force Racing this week. This was on Friday. I'm going to kind of skip over this because they put out a lot of redundant information about who he is and what happened and wrecked. We know all of that. He suffered a TBI, is what they call that, a traumatic brain injury. This is the first that we've heard really of it being addressed. He also fractured sternum and a right wrist injury. So fractured sternum, his chest, right wrist injured, doesn't say that it was broken, but then a traumatic brain injury. Although Force is still dealing with cognitive and behavioral symptoms from his TBI, the fact that the Hall of Fame driver can converse with medical staff, family members, And John Force Racing President Robert Hight, who flew in this week, is an encouraging sign. However, there have also been periods of confusion which doctors say require time and patience to treat. This was the kind of injury that would put a 25-year-old man out of commission for a while. Don't forget, John Force is 75. He still had 2 wins on the year at the time of the crash and was second in points in the funny car. One of his best seasons in several years. However, the 75-year-old grandfather of 5 has regained his equilibrium to the point that he's been able to start walking with the assistance of medical staff members. The next step is for him to move to a long-term facility specializing in traumatic brain injury and associated symptoms. A time frame for that has not yet been determined. The best news of all there is that he is getting better. John Force, just one of the all-time characters and personalities in all of racing, not just NHRA. Glad that he is doing a little bit better. That is going to do it. Thank you all for joining us here, and I'm going to thank you ahead of time. I try to thank each and every one of you. Thank you so much for sharing this show. This last 90 days, we have been almost 6.2 million people have this ORP TV page has reached. We're up over 18,000 followers. It's unbelievable. I thank you all. It's your work that you've shared this and made it possible, and it means the world to me. It really does. If you have anything you'd like to shout out to me, send me a message about your birthdays, anniversaries, I don't know, graduations, new babies coming, whatever it is. orptvmedia@gmail.com. You can even shoot me a text, 417-872-9854. I thank you so much for being here, for joining us. It means the world to me. We'll see you back here Wednesday night. We'll be telling you about birthdays, anniversaries. The weather outlook right now looks pretty good. Got some rainy days coming up this week, but better days are coming. Going to be sunny all next weekend for right now. Keeping our fingers crossed. My brother is here. I did just see Mom sent me a message that you got second. So a second place finish in one of the classes at Soggy Bottom Motocross. That is a hare scramble. My brother Andy Stagner finished second in his class. That's the, I don't know, over 40 intermediate or expert, I don't know. But second place, good job, Andy. Super proud of you. Glad to see you did that and that you're well. Thank you guys for joining us. We'll see you back here next time for ORP TV. I'm Stag.
Hollywood side in Los Angeles, California. I'm Stag, and you're watching ORP TV.
Goodbye. See you next time.
ORP TV.
Here for ORP TV, we try to have a lot of